Hello students, I am going to teach you semiconductor devices subject. So in this subject, the first unit name is semiconductor diodes. So from this semiconductor diodes unit, uh, today's topic is what? Formation of p-n junction diode. How the p-n junction is formed. So by using semiconductors, how the p-n junction is formed. So this is the today's topic. So what is today's topic? Formation of p-n junction diode. How the p-n junction is formed. I'm going to explain you about this one. So the main objectives for today's topic are, on the completion of this topic, you will be able to understand formation of p-n junction, barrier potential, depletion layer. So by the completion of this session, you would be able to understand how the p-n junction is formed and what is meant by barrier potential and what is meant by depletion layer. These two what barrier potential and depletion layers are exist in p-n junction diode. So how it will be formed, I'm going to explain today's class. So what are the main objectives for today's class? How the p-n junction is formed and what is meant by barrier potential and what is depletion layer. P and n type, to form a p-n junction diode, we are taking p type semiconductor and n type semiconductor. By joining, that means by adding these two semiconductors, we will get p-n junction diode. So take one p type semiconductor and one n type semiconductor. So p type semiconductors, we know about how the p type semiconductor is formed. So it is one type of extrinsic semiconductor. By adding trivalent impurities to the pure silicon atoms, we will get p type semiconductor. In this p type semiconductor, majority carriers are holes, minority carriers are electrons. So this is about the p type semiconductor. And next we are taking an n type semiconductor. We know that how the n type semiconductor is formed. This is another type of extrinsic semiconductor. By adding pentavalent impurities to the pure semiconductor, we will get n type semiconductor. So in this n type semiconductor, minority carriers are the holes, majority are the electrons. So this is about the n type semiconductor. So we to get p-n junction diode, we are taking one p type semiconductor and one n type semiconductor. By joining these two semiconductors, we will get complete p-n junction diode. That means take one p type semiconductor and take one n type semiconductor. Next we add these two semiconductors, we will get p-n junction diode. So how this form, I am going to explain you now. So this is some diagrams related to p-n n type semiconductor diode semiconductors. Formation of p-n diode, how the p-n diode is formed. So see here, I'm going to add these p and n type semiconductors together. So left side p type semiconductors I am taking and right side n type semiconductor. And adding these two semiconductors like this. So by adding these two semiconductors, p type majority are the holes and minority are the electrons, and n type majority are the electrons and minority are the holes. Just by joining these two semiconductors, electrons from n type semiconductor goes to p side. From p side, the holes are moved to electrons n type n side. So by in this way, recombination takes place in p and n type p and n type semiconductors. So hole is jumped to n side and electrons are jumped to p side. So here from p side the hole jumped to n side means it is leaving a one acceptor ion here, and from n-type semiconductor the electrons moves to here, that means here it will leaving the one donor ion here. So by joining these two we are getting some region, that means that region, that junction is called as the depletion region. So potential barrier. So we observe that when we join these two semiconductors, movement of electrons also takes place and recombination takes place. By the recombination of these two electrons and holes, here some voltage will be generated, potential will be generated. That potential we call it as the barrier potential. Potential is the barrier potential. That potential we call it as a barrier potential, that is denoted by VB here. A PN junction is formed if donor impurities are introduced into one side and acceptor impurities into other side of a single crystal of semiconductor. A PN junction is formed if donor impurities introduced into one side and acceptor impurities into other side of a single crystal of semiconductor. Here acceptor impurities nothing but the p-type semiconductor and donor impurities are existing n-type semiconductor. Initially there are p-type carriers to the left side of the junction and n-type carriers to right side as shown in figure. So initially p-type carriers are left side of the junction and n-type carriers to right side of the junction. On formation of p-n junction, electrons from n layer and holes from p layer diffuse towards the junction and recombination takes place at the junction. So I already told about this. So on formation of p-n junction, electrons from n layer and holes from p layer diffuse towards the junction and recombination takes place at the junction and leaves an immobile positive donor ions at n side and negative acceptor ions at p side. So by diffusion process, it will leave the immobile positive donor ions at n side and negative acceptor ions at p side. So on formation of p-n junction, electrons from n layer and holes from p layer diffuse towards the junction and recombination takes place at the junction. By the combination of these holes and electrons, potential is generated at this junction. That potential we call it as a potential barrier. So by recombination, by diffusing towards junction, this will leaves immobile positive donor ions at n side and negative acceptor ions at p side. So a potential barrier developed at the junction whose voltage is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. So when these holes and electrons are recombined, and it will generate some potential barrier at the junction, that potential we call it as the potential barrier. Generally this potential barrier is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. Then further diffusion stops and results a depletion region at the junction. So after developing some potential difference, the diffusion process will be stops. So and the end results, that is there is a depletion region at the junction. So after some potential value, the diffusion process stops and results depletion region at the junction. Depletion. Now up to now we started what is meant by potential barrier and how it will be generated, how it will be created. Next we discussed what is depletion region. Since the region of the junction is depleted of mobile charges, it is called the depletion region, or the space charge region, or the transition region. Since the region of the junction is depleted of mobile charges, it is called the depletion region or the spare charge region or the transition region. The thickness of this region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. The thickness of this region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. Since the region of junction is depleted of mobile charges, it is called the depletion region or the spare charge region or the transition region. So depletion region is also called as the spare charge region or transition region. That means at this region the charges are depleted. So that's why this is called as a depletion region. This depletion region is also called as the space charge region or transition region. The thickness of this depletion region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. So what is the thickness of this depletion region? Approximately 0.5 micrometers. Circuit symbol of p-n diode. This is the circuit symbol of p-n diode. One triangle line and one straight line. This arrow indicates that direction of conventional current flow. Anode and cathode. Anode is left side, cathode is the right side. And the arrow head indicates the direction of conventional current flow. This is the symbol of p-n diode. So how the p-n junction is formed? When we add p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor together, when we add p and n-type semiconductors together, holes in p-type, electrons in n-type diffuse towards the junction and recombination takes place. By recombination of these holes and electrons at the junction, some potential will be generated. That potential we call it as a barrier potential, and after that potential the diffusion process stops. That means holes from p side cannot move to n side, and from n side electrons hole does not move towards the p side. So here depletion region will act like a wall. So when we add p and n-type semiconductors together, just near the common point, that means just near the junction, holes and electrons are that means from p side holes are moving towards the n side, and electrons from n side are moving towards the holes, and recombination takes place. By recombination of these holes and electrons, some potential will be created at this junction. That potential we call it as the barrier potential, a potential barrier. After this, some potential will be generated. After some voltage, the holes and electrons are does not diffuse towards from p to n side and n to p side. So after this, the voltage there is no movement in holes and electrons in p-type and n-type semiconductors. So the depletion region will be generated. That region we call it as a space charge region, or we call the depletion region is also called as the space charge region or the transition region. So see in figure, I'm taking p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. In p-type semiconductor, majority are the electrons and minority are the holes. Majority are the holes and minority are the electrons. That means in p-type semiconductor, majority carriers are holes, minority are the electrons. Majority means more number of holes are exist in p-type semiconductor, very less number of electrons are exist in p-type semiconductor. So in n-type semiconductor, majority carriers are the electrons. That means in n-type semiconductor, electrons are exist more number than holes. So when we add these two semiconductors like this, we add these two semiconductors. Electrons from n side coming towards the p side, and recombination takes place here. By this recombination, some voltage will be generated here. That voltage, that potential, we call it as the potential barrier. After this voltage, there is no diffusion between p and n-type semiconductors, so it results in depletion region. So depletion region will be, it is about the thickness of depletion region is how much here, 0.5 micrometers. That means depletion region will acts like here wall between p and n-type semiconductor. Here depletion region acts like a wall between p and n-type semiconductors. So after forming this depletion region, there is no movement from L holes p to n side and n to p side. So in this way, the p-n junction is formed. A p-n junction is formed if donor impurity is introduced into one side and acceptor impurity is introduced into other side of a single crystal of semiconductor. A p-n junction is formed if donor impurity is introduced into one side and acceptor impurity is introduced into another side of a single crystal of semiconductor. Initially there are p-type carriers to the left side of the junction and n-type carriers to the right side as shown in figure. So we observe this in figure. P-type semiconductor left side and N is right side. On formation of p-n junction, electrons from n layer and holes from p layer diffuse towards the junction. That means they become, the holes from p side moving towards n side and electrons from n side moving towards the p side. That is called as a diffusion towards the junction. On formation of p-n junction, electrons from n layer and holes from p layer diffuse towards the junction and recombination takes place at the junction. After recombination, it will leaves an immobile positive donor ions at n side and negative acceptor ions at p side. After recombination, it leaves an immobile positive donor ions at n side and negative acceptor ions at p side. A potential barrier develops at the junction whose voltage is the 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. So by recombining these holes and electrons at that point, at the junction, some potential difference will be formed. That potential difference we call it as the potential barrier. This potential barrier voltage value is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. Then further diffusion stops and results in depletion region at the junction. After this, for the germanium it is 0.3 volts. After this voltage, there is no recombination takes place in p-n junction. That means holes from p side cannot move towards the n side and electrons from n side cannot move towards the p side. So after this, some cut in voltage, that after this voltage, there is no movement takes place in p-n junction diode. In the same way for silicon, it is the potential barrier is 0.7 volts. Means after this voltage there is no movement in p-n junction diode. So then for the after this some particular potential difference for diffusion process stops and results a depletion region at the junction. This depletion region will acts like same wall in between p-n and n type semiconductors. Since the region of the junction is depleted of mobile charges, it is called the depletion region. That means at this region the mobile charge carriers are depleted. Depleted means moves away from that junction. Since the region of the junction is depleted of mobile charge carriers, it is called the depletion region or space charge region or transition region. Depletion region is also called as the space charge region or transition region. The thickness of this region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. So since the region of the junction is depleted of mobile charges, it is called the depletion region or the space charge region or the transition region. The thickness of this region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. So next we observe what is the symbol of p-n diode. This is the symbol of p-n diode. Anode from left side, cathode from right side. One arrow and one straight line here. See this in figure. A arrow indicates the direction of conventional current flow. So in p-n diode, anode and cathode will exist. This triangle symbol, arrow indicates the positive anode and line indicates the negative cathode. The arrow head indicates the direction of conventional current flow. This is the symbol of p-n diode. And the arrow indicates the direction of conventional current flow. Summary. So up to now we discussed how the p-n junction is formed and what is meant by barrier potential and depletion region. So how the p-n junction is formed? Just tell me how the p-n junction is formed. By adding p-type semiconductor, n-type semiconductor, p-n junction is formed. That means take one silicon crystalline, pass the acceptor impurities from one side and donor impurities to other side. So pass the donor impurities and one side and acceptor impurities to other side of a single crystal semiconductor. So by diffusing these impurities, p-n junction is formed. That means we are adding p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. Just connect the p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor together, we get p-n junction diode. By joining these two semiconductors, a junction is formed that is called as the p-n junction diode. That is the junction of the p-n diode. Okay. By adding these two semiconductors, holes from p side and electrons from n side moves towards each other. That means diffused towards each other. So by diffusing electrons and holes, there is some recombination takes place in p-n diode. So by this recombination, some potential will be created in this p-n diode. That potential we call it as the potential barrier. What is depletion region? That means at the junction, the mobile charge carriers are depleted. Depleted means moves away from the junction. They cannot pass through p to n type and n to n from n side to p side, and there is no recombination takes place after some potential barrier. So after some potential barrier, the junction is call it as the depletion region. So what we studied up to now, how the p-n junction is formed by adding p-n n-type semiconductors. That means in p-type semiconductor, majority carriers are the holes and minority are the electrons. From n side, majority are the electrons, minority are the holes. So p is added left side and n is added right side. So just by adding these two semiconductors, these two impedance, charge carriers in p-type and charge carriers in n-type diffuse towards each other. So electron from one side is moving towards the p side, holes from p side move towards the n side. So in this way the recombination takes place. By this recombination some potential will be generated. That potential we call it as the barrier potential. After this potential, the junction will be results in depletion region. That means after this potential voltage value, these electrons from n side and holes from p side depleted towards the junction. So that junction we call it as that region we call it as the depletion region. The thickness of this depletion region is about 0.5 micrometer thickness. So less is the depletion region, more current flows through the p-n diode. Suppose this depletion region width is wider, there is no movement from n side to p side, there is no movement of charge carriers from p side to n side. So always this depletion region should be small, then only the movement of charge carriers will be exist. That means conduction process exists in p-n diode. So when we join these two semiconductors, p-n and n semiconductors, our new device is formed. That device we call it as a p-n diode. So when joining p semiconductor and n semiconductor, so when we join these two, say a new device is formed. That device we call it as a p-n diode. So in p-n diode, barrier potential will be exist and depletion region also exist. So the width of depletion region approximately equal to 0.5 micrometers. So depletion region, here are some of these questions related to today's topic. So what we discussed up to now, how the p-n junction is formed and what is how the barrier potential will be generated and how the depletion region will be formed. What is the depletion region? After this region, there is no diffusion process exist. So we discussed all these 3 points. Let us see some quiz questions related to today's topic. First question is where the depletion layer contains electrons, holes. Third one is the electrically neutral. The depletion layer contains electrons, holes, electrically neutral. What is the correct answer for this question? Electrically neutral. So depletion layer contains electrically neutral. This is the correct answer for question. Second question is what the barrier potential for silicon is 0.2 volts, 0.5 volts. Second option. Third option is the 0.7 volts. So the barrier potential for silicon is how much? 0.7 volts. C is the correct answer for this question. The barrier potential for silicon is 0.7 volts. Next question. In diode symbol arrow indicates. In diode symbol arrow indicates flow of electrons, flow of holes. Third option is the conventional current flow. In diode symbol arrow indicates, first option is flow of electrons, second option is flow of holes, third option is conventional current flow. So in diode symbol the arrow indicates, what is the correct answer? Conventional current flow. C is the correct answer for this question. The diode symbol, in the diode symbol arrow indicates conventional current flow. So these are some quiz questions. I am repeat once again these quiz questions. First question is what the depletion layer contains electrons, holes, electrically neutral. So this depletion does not contain any holes and electrons, electrically neutral. So the depletion layer is electrically neutral. There is no electrons, there is no holes here. This is the electrically neutral form. Second question is what? The barrier potential for silicon is, what is the value of barrier potential for silicon? 0.2 volts first option, second option 0.5 volts, third option 0.7 volts. The barrier potential for silicon is how much? 0.7 volts. The barrier potential for germanium is 0.3 volts. In diode symbol, arrow indicates, first one is the flow of electrons, second option is flow of holes, third option is conventional current flow. In diode symbol, arrow indicates what? From these options the correct answer is conventional current flow, that is the option C. In diode symbol, arrow indicates conventional current flow. These are some simple quiz questions. In one more question I am going to ask you about today's topic. What is the thickness of depletion region? How much is the thickness of depletion region? It is a 0.5 micrometers. Depletion region width is the 0.5 meter. And what is the barrier potential for germanium? 0.3 volts. There are some frequently asked questions in exam. Let's see some frequently asked questions related to today's topic. These questions are maximum asked in examinations. First question is explain the formation of p-n junction. So you have to explain the formation, how the p-n junction is formed. And next is the define barrier potential. And third one is the how the depletion layer is formed. So these are the three questions maximum frequently asked in examinations related to today's topic. What is the first question? Explain the formation of p-n junction. Define barrier potential. Second question. Third question is how the depletion layer is formed. These are the simple frequently asked questions related to today's topic. So what we studied in today's class, we studied about how the p-n junction is formed. So by forming this p-n junction, there is some two important definitions are there. First one is the barrier potential and second one is the depletion region. So by forming the p-n junction, we observe these two. What are the barrier potential and depletion region? So how the p-n junction is formed here? Take from p-type semiconductor, take one n-type semiconductor, join together. P is from left side and n is for right side. By joining these together, one junction is formed. At this junction, the holes and holes from p side and electrons from n side diffuse towards each other. So the holes from p side is moved towards the n side and electrons from n side moves towards the p side. In this way the recombination takes place here. So it is just by joining just near the junction, this recombination takes place here. Just near the junction this recombination takes place. So by recombination of these holes and electrons, some potential difference will be generated. So just by recombining these holes and electrons in near the junction, some voltage is some potential difference is generated. That potential difference we call it as the potential barrier. So this potential barrier is 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. This is the fixed value, 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. So after generating this potential barrier, the diffusion of holes and electrons stops towards the junction. So when stops towards the junction and depleted towards the junction, these holes and electrons are depleted towards the junction. That means here depletion region will be formed. So the region at this region the electrons and holes are depleted towards the junction. So that's why this region is called as a depletion region. Average value of this that means approximate value of this depletion region width is 0.5 micrometers. So that means when we add p-n n-type semiconductor, a junction is formed. Near the junction, holes and electrons are moves from one side to another side. So by moving electrons and holes, some potential difference is formed near the junction. That potential difference we call it as the potential barrier. It is about 0.3 for germanium and 0.7 for silicon. So after this potential barrier, there is no movement from p side to n side and n side to p side. So stop the diffusion process after this value, after this potential barrier. So at the junction there is no movement from p side to n side. So here at this junction the mobile charge carriers depleted towards the junction. So that's why this region we call it as the depletion region. So the depletion region width is small, then movement of charge carriers will be takes place. When this depletion region width is more, there is no recombination takes place here. So in this way p-n junction is formed. So by joining p-type and n-type semiconductors, we get p-n diode. So by joining p and n-type semiconductors together, we get a new device that is called as a p-n diode. This is the basic device by using semiconductor materials we can create one basic device that is called as a diode. Just by forming two types of semiconductors we get a p-n diode. This p-n diode have many more applications in real life. So it mainly diode will act like a switch, on and off switch. And these diodes are widely used in electronics. This is the basic device for electronics. So what is the symbol of diode? One arrow and one straight line. This arrow indicates the conventional current flow here. Anode and cathode. Anode is from left side, cathode is the right side. So anode here is, we call it as the p-type semiconductor. Cathode we call it as the n-type semiconductors. So in this way p-n diode is formed. So this is about the today's class. Just see the slides once again. I'm changing the slides. Just observe objectives, p-n n-type semiconductor diagrams, and how the p-n junction is formed. The animation is there like this. In semiconductor, electrons are moved towards the p-type semiconductor. So this at this region potential barrier will be exist. That value we call it as the 0.3 volts for germanium and 0.7 volts for silicon. So after this potential barrier, there is no diffusion, results depletion region at the junction. So the depletion region is also called as the space charge region or the transition region. The thickness of this region is of the order of 0.5 micrometers. This is the circuit symbol of p-n diode. Here arrow indicates the direction of conventional current flow. Summary. These are some quiz questions. The depletion layer contains electrically neutral. The direct potential for silicon is 0.7 volts. Diode symbol arrow indicates the conventional current flow. So these are some frequently asked questions related to today's topic. Explain the formation of p-n junction. Define barrier potential. How the depletion region is formed. So this is for today's class. I am going to end this session. I hope all of you understood about how the p-n junction is formed. So next class, I am going to continue next class. This is for today's class.